Now let's start with reactions of alkyl halide. A very important category of reactions of alkyl halide is nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now first of all, understand what is the meaning of nucleophilic substitution reaction. It simply means a nucleophile coming and substituting some group, and that some group should be nucleophile again. Let's take an example. This is alkyl halide. Generally, alkyl halides are Rx, where R can be any alkyl group, X can be any halogen. Taking this general example over here, in this general example, carbon having a halogen attached to it. So this is alkyl halide. This alkyl halide having a bond, CCl bond, which is slightly polar, which introduce positive charge, partial positive charge on carbon and partial negative charge on chlorine. This partial positive charge on carbon becomes electrophilic center, and hence if we made this alkyl halide to react with nucleophile, this nucleophile will get attracted towards this electrophilic center, and under the influence of this attack, Cl negative has to leave the group like chloride, and in place of that chloride, this particular reactant is now with a nucleophile. So what happens overall? A nucleophile, a powerful nucleophile is substituting another nucleophile inside the alkyl halide. So I can say now this is nucleophilic substituting a nucleophile. Hence the name justifies nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now we should also know what are actually nucleophiles. Nucleophiles are those species which are nucleus loving. Nucleo means nucleus and philic means loving. So they are nucleus loving species. Nucleus having positive charge indicate positive charge. So all the species which are having negative charge or electron rich species are generally categorized as nucleophiles. For example, OH negative or Cl negative or hydrogen negative. Any species having electron rich nature is termed as a nucleophile. Now this category, nucleophilic substitution reaction, is actually divided into two routes. This reaction undergo via two mechanisms. One is SN1, other is SN2. What does this mean? One means unimolecular. Unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. What does this unimolecular means? It means SN1 mechanism is unimolecular mechanism which depends upon only one molecule. Similarly, what does this SN2 indicate? This 2 indicate bimolecular, which tells us this mechanism depends upon two molecules, not one by the count. Now, if we see few examples of this nucleophilic substitution reaction which we have just discussed, let's take a general case of an alkyl halide, suppose C2H5Cl. This is a general alkyl halide where you can change R also, where you can change halogen also. Now, alkyl halide, if it is made to react with any nucleophile, now I'm taking case of a nucleophile, a reagent which I'm going to use over here is suppose NaOH, or in place of NaOH, we can use KOH also. If I made this alkyl halide to react with this reagent, what will happen is this chlorine is prone to attack. It's a nucleophile. So from NaOH, this OH, which is nucleophilic part, or KOH, this OH, nucleophilic part, out of these two reagents, the nucleophilic part get itself detached in solution. Hence, since it is a strong electrolyte, so in water, NaOH get converted into OH negative, Na positive, same is here. So all in all, these two reagents are source of a nucleophile, and that nucleophile is OH negative. Now this OH negative will go and substitute chlorine, and the result is C2H5OH, which is an alcohol, and as a byproduct we see either NaCl or KCl. So here choice of reagent is NaOH or KOH, which produces a nucleophile OH negative, which goes like this, substitute Cl and result in the formation of a new compound, that is alcohol. If now I change a reagent, same alkyl halide, if I made it to react with not NaOH or H2O. This time I'm choosing a reagent NaOR. This R is any alkyl group, say it is R dash, and I'm choosing here a general alkyl halide, that is Rx. Now Rx is made to react with NaOR. Again what will happen? इस NaOR में न्यूक्लियोफिलिक सेगमेंट अपने आप को पहले डिटैच करेगा, जैसे कि OR dash और Na positive. ये OR dash will be nucleophilic part. Now it will be in form of a nucleophile. This nucleophile will go to this compound, remove X, substitute X, and the result is ROR dash, which is ethers. So all in all अगर हम देखें तो RX में से X निकला, उसकी जगह एक न्यूक्लियोफाइल आके सब्स्टिट्यूट हो गया. सो अंडर द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ दिस न्यूक्लियोफाइल X is substituted. हर जगह अब इस कैटेगरी में जितने भी रिएक्शन हम पढ़ने वाले हैं, we are going to see the same thing. Nucleophile coming from the reagent and substituting X, that is halosine. Another example, if I am going to take, suppose I am taking another reagent and that is NaI, sodium iodide. सोडियम आयोडाइड को अगर मैं किसी भी अल्काइल हैलाइड से रिएक्ट करवाती हूँ तो व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू सी अगेन, what is the nucleophilic part? Identify. It is I negative. This I negative will go substitute X and result will be RI. इसी तरह से अब हम reagent चेंज करते जाएंगे और नए नए प्रोडक्ट्स हमें मिलते जाएंगे. Now suppose I am taking CH3Br, another alkyl halide. इसका रिएक्शन अगर मैं अमोनिया से करवाती हूँ, अमोनिया is NH3. Let me write this ammonia in another way, and we all know that formula of ammonia is NH3, but just for the sake of understanding of nucleophile, what is the nucleophilic part, let me write this ammonia in another way, and that is HNH2. It is same, NH3. Now this ammonia will undergo this type of bond breaking to produce a nucleophilic part NH2 negative and a proton. This nucleophilic part will go to bromine, substitute it, and the product is CH3NH2. So the major thing which we are doing under this category is just identifying a nucleophile in a reagent and taking that nucleophile in place of bromine. Now another case, if I am taking another alkyl halide, that is C2H5Cl, reacting it with a new reagent KCN, what will happen over here? Again, if I see the nucleophilic part is Cn negative and electrophilic part is K positive. So as per expected, as per discussed, the product should be C2H5Cn, and yes, we get the same. But if I react the same alkyl halide with another reagent, that is AgCN, here what seems to me is nucleophilic part is again the Cn and electrophilic part is again this Ag. So here we expect the similar type of product because nucleophile is similar, but we are not getting the similar product which is written over here. What we expect here, we expect C2H5Cn, but no, we are not getting this product over here. What happens? What is basic difference between these two reagents? Seems similar, nucleophilic part is similar. तो दोनों reagent में nucleophilic part जब same है, that is Cn, तो product दोनों में same क्यों नहीं है? What happens? Why these two products are not similar? Here we get something else, and let me show you first what we get over here. We get C2H5NC. This compound is, or this part is cyano part, but this is not cyano. It is not Cn. This is NC, which is known as isonitrile. So here I am getting nitrile as a functional group. Here I am getting isonitrile. Cn का just उल्टा मिल रहा है NC, which is now a very major question from the topic. What happens with KCN and why we are not getting similar thing with AgCN? क्या difference है इन दो reagents में? दोनों को अगर मैं alkyl halide, same alkyl halide से react करा रही हूँ तो product different क्यों मिल रहे हैं? To understand this, first of all, we need to understand what is the structural difference between KCN and AgCN. KCN is an ionic compound. Whenever we add an ionic compound into water, it immediately breaks into two parts. One is electrophilic part, other is nucleophilic part. This nucleophile CN will immediately move to this molecule, will substitute X, and we get RCN as expected, and it is correct also. What went wrong in this case? When we are taking case of AgCN, this is not ionic, this is covalent in nature, whereas KCN was ionic in nature. Ionic compound water में जाते ही K positive CN negative प्रोड्यूस करेगा, बट जब AgCN कोवेलेंट है मीन्स इनके बीच का ये बॉन्ड जो है, दिस बॉन्ड इज कोवेलेंट. Such type of covalent bonds cannot break into water into similar fashion as we did in KCN. तो जब AgCN का बॉन्ड ब्रेक होगा ही नहीं, तो हमें कभी भी इस पर्टिकुलर केस में CN एज नेगेटिव फ्री न्यूक्लियोफाइल मिलेगा ही नहीं. CN negative is not available in this case. So what is available actually? This CN group has two attacking site, C and N, both are attacking site. So we cannot deny the fact that metal is having partial positive character and this CN is having partial negative center. So this is going to be a nucleophilic agent, that is for sure. But how? This CN site is not free to attack. Why? Because it is already attached with silver. But this nitrogen site is free to attack. इस AgCN में हमारे पास nitrogen site is available to attack. So this nitrogen of CN, rather of AgCN, will attack this alkyl halides X, substitute it, and the bond is formed between R with N. The bond is formed via N. Why? Because attack is via N. And the result is RNC, not CN. So इस RX को अगर मैंने AgCN से react कराया तो I'll get this product. इसी RX को अगर मैंने KCN से react कराया तो formed product is nitrile. This functional group is named as nitrile in IUPAC. This functional group is named as isonitrile in IUPAC. So all in all, let's consolidate in two lines. In case of KCN, since it is ionic, CN nucleophile anion is freely formed, having both the sites available to attack C and N. This carbon is more prone to get attached to another carbon by removing X. So इसीलिए यहाँ पर RCN मिलेगा बजाय RNC मिलने के. And in case of AgCN, since it is covalent, bond break होगा नहीं ये वाला. So carbon ये free मिलेगा नहीं. Only one site is free to attack and that is N. So here nucleophile is forced to attack via N and attached via N. Hence result is RNC. So इसको अगर मैं एक एग्जाम्पल के साथ इंडिकेट करना चाहूँ, CH3 CH2 Cl plus AgCN. So what will be the product? Product will be CH3 CH2, not CN. Here I'll get NC. Why? Because I am using AgCN. So this is a major question which we have just answered. Similarly, we use another case. Now another reagent, and that is KNO2 and AgNO2. Similar type of difference we are going to see over here also. What happens if I use an alkyl halide CH3 CH2 Cl with this KNO2? Now this potassium nitrate KNO2, again an ionic compound just similar to the previous case we have discussed. This KNO2, as soon as we dissolve it into water, it will produce an electrophile and a nucleophile. And what we expect, this KNO2 ka ANO2 nucleophilic part will go to Cl, substitute it, and what should we get? We should get CH3 CH2 and साथ में NO2. But no. Again, there is some twist in this case. And what is that twist? We actually forgot to mention the structure. We actually missed here the actual structure of NO2, which is, let me show you, K O, N, double bond O. Now see, it's an ionic compound. This bond will be cleaved and I get negative and positive charges. So this is the cation and this complete is the nucleophilic unit. This nucleophilic unit will go to the alkyl halide, will substitute this Cl. So in place of this Cl, I should write this nucleophile. So product is not this. Now if we open up the structure and see, the product will be CH3, CH2 and ONO. So this is the end product if I am taking KNO2. And this functional group is not nitro group. Here nitro group is attached via O, so we call it nitroso. So this is nitroso functional group being attached over here. Now if I have used AgONO, which is nothing but this AgNO2. This AgNO2 I am writing over here as AgONO, which is its actual structure. Now if we are reacting this with this alkyl halide, what we get? This bond cannot be cleaved as it is not ionic, it is covalent. So this site is not available to attack. This nitro group has two sites for attack. One is oxygen. Why? Because it consists of two lone pairs, so it was a nucleophilic center. Now this nitrogen also consists of a lone pair. It is also a nucleophilic center. Now attack will occur via N. This N will go to this particular कंपाउंड और एल्काइल हैलाइड. तो यहाँ से ये N अपने लोन पेयर के थ्रू जाके इस बॉन्ड को अटैक करेगा, Cl को रिमूव करेगा और उसकी जगह हमको क्या मिल जाएगा? उसकी जगह हमको मिलेगा CH3, CH2. वो Cl हटा रिएक्टेंट का और उसकी जगह वाया N अगर कुछ जुड़ना है तो वो जुड़ना है NO2. So if I am going to use KNO2, I'll get nitroso group attached. If I am going to use AgNO2, I'll get nitro group attached to the alkane. So these are the two special cases where we have seen one KCN, other KNO2, one AgNO2, other AgCN. इन दोनों के केसेस में आपने देखा KCN के साथ नॉर्मल CN लगता है, KNO2 के साथ ONO लगता है, AgCN के साथ रिवर्स NC लगता है, AgNO2 के साथ सीधा साधा NO2 ऐड होता है. So in this case, in this nucleophilic substitution reaction category, these two are the special cases which need special light, which we have just seen. Now to conclude this category, examples of this category, that is nucleophilic substitution reaction, what we see, there are different type of reagents. Choose nucleophile, substitute it. Again, if I am using CH3, CH2, Cl, and alkyl halide, and suppose we add here a reagent, very common reagent, lithium aluminium hydride. This lithium aluminium hydride consists of nucleophilic part, that is हाइड्राइड. लिथियम एल्यूमिनियम हाइड्राइड के पूरे मॉलिक्यूल से एक ही न्यूक्लियोफाइल जनरेट होता है और वो जनरेट होता है हाइड्राइड. सो ऐसे रिएक्शन का रिजल्ट क्या होगा? CH3, CH2, ये तो R पार्ट, अनटच्ड, अनअफेक्टेड, ये न्यूक्लियोफाइल जाएगा, Cl को सब्स्टिट्यूट करेगा, एंड व्हाट आई गेट एल्केन्स. तो मुझे एल्काइल हैलाइड से डायरेक्टली एल्केन भी मिल सकता है. सो व्हाटएवर रिएजेंट्स नाउ यू आर गोइंग टू बी गिवन ओवर हियर, जनरल केस RX, कोई भी रिएजेंट आपको दिया होगा, उस रिएजेंट में से आपने सिर्फ न्यूक्लियोफाइल चूज करना है, उस न्यूक्लियोफाइल को उठा के इस X की जगह लगा देना है. That will be product of this nucleophilic substitution reaction. There were two special cases which we have discussed in case of AgCN, KCN and AgNO2, KNO2. So chemical part, reaction part of nucleophilic substitution is over. Now we need to see mechanism part. When we were introducing nucleophilic substitution reaction, I just mentioned two categories, and that is SN1 and SN2. Let's see both of them in detail now. SN1, as per discussed, one shows unimolecular, or to be more precise, This one means order of the reaction is first or it follow first order kinetics. SN1 reaction वो reactions हैं जिनमें kinetics is of first order. It means what? First order kinetics, if we refer to lesson kinetics, we have studied this कि फर्स्ट ऑर्डर रिएक्शन उन रिएक्शंस को कहा जाता है जिनमें रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन डिपेंड्स ऑन ओनली वन रिएक्टेंट. दिस वन मींस दिस. सो ये जो वन लिखा है इसका सिग्निफिकेंस इज दिस वन व्हिच इंडिकेट रेट ऑफ द रिएक्शन इज डिसाइडेड बाय ओनली वन रिएक्टेंट, whereas in case of SN2 this 2 indicate second order kinetics. सो सेकेंड ऑर्डर काइनेटिक्स का मतलब भी बिल्कुल वैसे ही अब यहाँ पे हो जाएगा जैसे हमने इस केस में देखा, एंड इट सिंपली मीन्स रेट ऑफ सच रिएक्शंस आर प्रोपोर्शनल टू नॉट वन, टू रिएक्टेंट्स एट अ टाइम. यानी यहाँ रेट दो रिएक्टेंट्स के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है, यहाँ रेट सिर्फ एक रिएक्टेंट के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. अब ये कौन सा एक रिएक्टेंट है और कौन से दो रिएक्टेंट है, अभी हमने देखा. रिएक्शन क्या है? RX एल्काइल हैलाइड जिसके साथ न्यूक्लियोफाइल रिएक्ट कर रहा है और वो न्यूक्लियोफाइल सब्स्टिट्यूट करके खुद चला जा रहा है, X को सब्स्टिट्यूट करके, और अपनी जगह बना ली दिस. इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ 2 रिएक्टेंट्स. तो अगर किसी रिएक्शन में रेट दोनों की कॉन्सेंट्रेशन पर डिपेंड करता है तो वो हुआ SN2 जहां दोनों की कॉन्सेंट्रेशन पर डिपेंड करता है, और अगर किसी केस में रेट सिर्फ एक की कॉन्सेंट्रेशन पर डिपेंड करता है तो वो हुआ SN1. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी वर इन नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस 1 and 2 and which I just made clear. Second difference between SN1 and SN2 is SN1 reaction is 2-step process. SN2 reaction is 1-step process, just opposite to what number we have written here. Now let's see SN1 reaction in detail. SN1 reaction, which is unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction, is actually 2-step process. Its mechanism is, this is its first step. First step involves formation of carbocation. How? Let's see. Suppose I'm taking an example of tertiary alkyl halide. Why this alkyl halide is tertiary? Because halogen atom bromine is attached to such a carbon which is further attached to 3 carbons. That's why we call it tertiary carbon, and we name such type of alkyl halide as tertiary alkyl halide. So first step, when I'm taking a tertiary alkyl halide which is undergoing nucleophilic substitution reaction via SN1 mechanism. So what happens first to this is this carbon halogen bond undergoes a cleavage, and the result is a carbocation having obviously positive charge, and bromine is left with its negative charge. So a bromide ion and a carbocation is result of this bond cleavage. So if we compare before and after this step, before this step this carbon is tetrahedrally surrounded by 4 groups having hybridization sp3. इस कार्बन की hybridization है sp3, hence it is tetrahedral. But here carbon having positive charge, deficient in a pair of electrons, so its hybridization is now sp2 having planar geometry. Suppose this carbocation is having its complete structure in the plane of the screen or in the plane of the paper. This is now a planar species, and this was not planar, this was tetrahedral. So in first step what happened? Simply C-Br bond, carbon halogen bond breaks, which results into a carbocation and halide ions. So we name this step formation of carbocation. In step 2, now this carbocation's positive charge will attract the incoming nucleophile towards itself. The nucleophile gets attached to this carbon, which results in the product where bromine is substituted by nucleophile simply. So if we compare before and after, at the end of the second step, what we see? In place of bromine, we see nucleophile placed. So in this case, now what we can see, two steps. First step was formation of carbocation, and this step was actually reversible and slow. And every slow step out of all possible step is rate determining step. So I can say ये step RDS step है, that is rate determining step. Hence rate को decide करने वाला step पहला step बना. So उस हिसाब से इस step में एक ही reactant का molecule involve है जो rate decide करेगा. So we write SN1. 1 means first order kinetics, means एक ही reactant की concentration rate को affect करेगी, and that is evident in this mechanism जिसका पहला step slow है और हमेशा slow steps ही rate determining step होते हैं. उस हिसाब से yes, this one is correctly placed here. We justify the presence of this one. So now focus on the mechanism. First step, at any case, first carbocation is going to be formed, and then on that carbocation nucleophile is attacking to form a new product. So this nucleophilic substitution reaction, which goes via very important intermediate, that is carbocation, is SN1 reaction. Now if I need to see ease of SN1 reaction, किन alkyl halides में SN1 mechanism होगा, यानी किन alkyl halides में nucleophilic substitution reaction इस रूट के थ्रू जाएगा, SN1 के थ्रू. उन सभी अल्काइल हैलाइड में जिनमें ये मैकेनिज्म फेवर होता है, वो एक ही चीज से डिसाइड होता है, कार्बोकेटाइन किस केस में जितना, किस केस में ज्यादा स्टेबल है. सो जस्ट कंपेयरिंग 3 अल्काइल हैलाइड्स, एक केस में लेती हूँ प्राइमरी अल्काइल हैलाइड का, सपोज इथाइल ब्रोमाइड और से प्रोपाइल ब्रोमाइड. This is a primary alkyl halide where bromine is attached to a primary carbon. I am taking a case of primary alkyl halide, suppose propyl bromide. इसको हम एक न्यूक्लियोफाइल से रिएक्ट कराते हैं, कोई भी एक न्यूक्लियोफाइल जो हमने पहले डिस्कस की, उनमें से कोई भी एक न्यूक्लियोफाइल यू कैन चूज हियर और जस्ट जनरल सिंबल NU. इसकी जगह अगर मैं एक सेकेंडरी एल्काइल हैलाइड ले लेती हूँ और इन कंपैरिजन टू देम इफ आई चूज अ टर्शरी एल्काइल हैलाइड, दिस just to make all things similar, other things similar, let me specify that all alkyl halides consist of 4 carbon, equal, means now I'm taking isomeric alkyl halides. This is primary alkyl halide, this is secondary alkyl halide, this is tertiary alkyl halide. In all three we are making them under attack by a nucleophile. अब एक न्यूक्लियोफाइल जब इन तीनों को अटैक करेगा, तीनों में अगर मैं कंपेयर करना चाहती हूँ SN1 मैकेनिज्म की ईज, यानी यूनिमोलिकुलर न्यूक्लियोफिलिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन की ईज को अगर मैं कंपेयर करना चाहती हूँ, तो प्राइमरी के केस में फर्स्ट स्टेप का रिजल्ट होगा प्राइमरी कार्बोकेटाइन. सेकेंड केस में फर्स्ट स्टेप के बाद जो रिजल्ट आएगा वो आएगा सेकेंडरी कार्बोकेटाइन, एंड इन थर्ड केस आई विल सी अ टर्शरी carbocation being formed. Out of these 3 carbocation, tertiary carbocation is most stable. This is most stable, this is moderate, and this is least stable. So preference of the first step, which is already a rate determining step. तो पहला स्टेप जो हमने अभी देखा था पिछली स्लाइड में SN1 का, उसमें पहला स्टेप है कार्बोकेटाइन बनना और वही रेट डिटरमिनिंग स्टेप है. और कार्बोकेटाइन कौन से अल्काइल हैलाइड्स में फेवर हो रहा है, दैट इज इन टर्शरी. सो आई कैन से SN1 रिएक्शन विल बी फेवर्ड बाय टर्शरी अल्काइल हैलाइड, क्योंकि उनमें बहुत जल्दी कार्बोकेटाइन बन जाएगा. व्हाई? बिकॉज दिस कार्बोकेटाइन इज मोस्ट स्टेबल आउट ऑफ ऑल 3 कंपेयर्ड केसेस. सो जिसमें कार्बोकेटाइन जितना ज्यादा स्टेबल, उसमें ये रिएक्शन उतनी ही स्पीड से होगा, उसमें ये बॉन्ड क्लीवेज उतनी ही ज्यादा फेवरेबल कंडीशंस रखेगा. सो एज पर द कंपैरिजंस रिजल्ट आई कैन से SN1 reaction is favored in tertiary, then secondary, and least in primary. So we'll see in primary alkyl halides SN1 की possibilities are remote, least, and in tertiary alkyl halides SN1 की possibility is most, or I'll say 100% possibility. Tertiary alkyl halide always go via SN1 mechanism. So the first thing of SN1 which we need to take forward is SN1 reaction का favorable source or favorable reactant is tertiary alkyl halide, then secondary, then primary. This is SN1 reaction. Now similar thing let's see in SN2 reaction. SN2 reaction पिछले केस में डिस्कस हमने जैसे SN1 में किया 2-step प्रोसेस था, SN2 इज सिंगल स्टेप प्रोसेस. अब ये सिंगल स्टेप प्रोसेस है तो इसका मैकेनिज्म अगर मैं शो करूं, सो लेट्स सी. एक एल्काइल हैलाइड हम यहां कंसिडर करते हैं एंड दैट इज methyl bromide. This methyl bromide, under the attack of nucleophile, what happens is this nucleophile is going to attack the electrophilic center of alkyl halide. In case of alkyl halide, this bond is polar bond, where bromine means a halogen is carrying partial negative charge and carbon is carrying partial positive charge. Nucleophile carrying negative charge will be attracted towards the positive center of the reactant molecule. So this nucleophile need to attack this C. It cannot go via front route. Attacking nucleophile alkyl halide को via this end attack कर ही नहीं सकता because already एक negative charge यहाँ पर है and this negative will repel this negative. So what choice it is left with? It is left with only this choice that nucleophile has to attack through this opposite end. जहाँ पर ऑलरेडी हेलोजन मौजूद है उस साइड से ये न्यूक्लियोफाइल अटैक नहीं कर पाएगा ड्यू टू ह्यूज रिपल्शन. So this nucleophile will go via this opposite side and it will attack electrophilic carbon through this end, not through this end. So ये रूट मिला इसको, ये नहीं मिला. So जब न्यूक्लियोफाइल इसको अटैक कर रहा था कार्बन को, उस वक्त एक इंटरमीडिएट स्टेट बनेगी, एक ट्रांजिशन स्टेट बनेगी जिसमें कार्बन के ऊपर वो 3 ग्रुप्स तो ऑलरेडी लगे हुए हैं जो पहले से थे, दे वोंट गेट अफेक्टेड. Br बॉन्ड CBr बॉन्ड ब्रेक होना शुरू होगा, साथ ही साथ न्यूक्लियोफाइल और C का बॉन्ड बनना शुरू होगा. टोटली ये बॉन्ड ब्रेक हो ही नहीं रहा SN2 के रूट में, इसीलिए न्यूक्लियोफाइल को ये साइट अवेलेबल नहीं हुई, न्यूक्लियोफाइल को ऑपोजिट साइड से जाना पड़ा. सो इस तरह का एक इंटरमीडिएट बनता है, एक ट्रांजिशन स्टेट बनती है विच इज नॉट एट ऑल स्टेबल. इट इज हाईली unstable. Now to attain stability, why it is highly unstable? First of all, we should know it because this carbon having 5 valency not possible. Pentavalent state possible ही नहीं है. So immediately ये ब्रोमीन वाला बॉन्ड टोटली ब्रेक हो जाएगा और न्यूक्लियोफाइल कार्बन वाला बॉन्ड टोटली फॉर्म हो जाएगा एंड द रिजल्ट इज ये 3 हाइड्रोजन्स या जो भी ये 3 ग्रुप हैं एज इट इज, और ब्रोमीन यहाँ से रिमूव हो गया और नई साइट पर न्यूक्लियोफाइल लग गया. सो SN2 मैकेनिज्म में दिस होल इज 1 स्टेप. विद इन 1 स्टेप न्यूक्लियोफाइल अटैक भी कर रहा है, दूसरी तरफ से ब्रोमीन रिमूव भी हो रहा है. न्यूक्लियोफाइल फ्रंट एंड से अटैक कर नहीं पाएगा, न्यूक्लियोफाइल हैज टू गो वाया द ऑपोजिट एंड. सो इन 1 स्टेप न्यूक्लियोफाइल अटैकिंग न्यूक्लियोफाइल अपने आप को अटैच कर रहा है और हेलोजन एटम अपने आप को डिटैच कर रहा है एंड फाइनली वी गेट nucleophilic substitution reaction. So in this mechanism we have seen there is no carbocation bond formation, there is no planarity in the reactant. पहले ये sp3 हाइब्रिडाइज्ड कार्बन था, नॉन प्लेनर, इंटरमीडिएट स्टेट भी नॉन प्लेनर बनी और एंड भी नॉन प्लेनर आया. So there is no carbocation formation, there is no other step, only 1 step. So here which alkyl halide is going to prefer this mechanism? SN2 mechanism किस alkyl halide में हो सकता है, किस में नहीं? To understand that, just keep this intermediate in mind. ये जो pentavalent intermediate थोड़ी देर को बना है, इसको हमें दिमाग में रखते हुए आगे चलना है. Suppose I am taking 3 cases. Now, first case is CH3, CH2, Cl. Second case is CH3, CH2, rather this. Let me put some corrections. I am taking secondary alkyl halide, so it has to be this, and finally I am taking tertiary alkyl halide. In last case SN1 we have compared the similar primary, secondary, tertiary. Here again we are going to compare similar primary, secondary and tertiary. प्राइमरी एल्काइल हैलाइड को अगर हम एक न्यूक्लियोफाइल से अटैक कराते हैं, सिमिलरली विद दिस एंड सिमिलरली विद टर्शरी, हाउ द इंटरमीडिएट विल लुक लाइक, जस्ट हैव अ लुक. In this case, the intermediate will be, attack will be on this carbon क्योंकि ये कार्बन पार्शियल पॉजिटिव होगा, ये हेलोजन पार्शियल नेगेटिव होगा. न्यूक्लियोफाइल किस पे जाके अटैक करेगा? इस वाले कार्बन पे, वाया ऑपोजिट एंड. सो इस कार्बन पर दो तो हाइड्रोजन लगे हुए, वो मैंने एज इट इज लगाए रखे विदाउट अ चेंज. इस कार्बन पे दो हाइड्रोजन और इस कार्बन पर एक CH3 है, वो हमने यहाँ प्लेस किया. यहाँ पर टूटता हुआ बॉन्ड क्लोरीन का विच इज नॉट कंप्लीटली ब्रोकन अंडर प्रोसेस, और यहाँ पर नया बनता हुआ बॉन्ड न्यूक्लियोफाइल का. बिल्कुल इसी तरह से इस केस में भी एक इंटरमीडिएट बनेगा, और वो इंटरमीडिएट कैसा बनेगा? अगेन दिस कार्बन इज पॉजिटिव, पार्शियल पॉजिटिव, दिस इज पार्शियल नेगेटिव. तो अटैक न्यूक्लियोफाइल का इस कार्बन पे होगा. जो भी न्यूक्लियोफाइल हम दे रहे हैं उसका अटैक इसी कार्बन पे होगा, तो वो कुछ इस तरह से इंटरमीडिएट बनाएगा. इस कार्बन पे अगर आप ध्यान दें, लेट मी इंडिकेट इट विद अदर कलर. इस कार्बन पे अगर हम ध्यान दें तो एक तो CH3 लगा है, दूसरा भी CH3 लगा है और एक ही H लगा है. वही अगर मैं यहाँ पे लगाना चाह रही हूं तो ये देखिए, एक हाइड्रोजन, एक CH3 और एक और CH3 एज इट इज. जो तीन चीजें इस ग्रुप पे लगी थी इस कार्बन पे, वो मैंने यहाँ ड्रॉ की. नाउ दिस Cl जो उसके अंदर ऑलरेडी था, द बॉन्ड which is going to break, and this nucleophile, the bond which is going to be formed. Similarly, same इस tertiary alkyl halide के साथ जो intermediate बना, let's see that. See, पुराना बॉन्ड टूटता हुआ और एक नया बॉन्ड फॉर्म होता हुआ वाया ऑपोजिट एंड विद अ अटैकिंग न्यूक्लियोफाइल. तो ये जो अटैकिंग न्यूक्लियोफाइल था, जो उसको अगेन किस तरफ से अटैक कर रहा है? ऑपोजिट एंड ऑफ दिस कार्बन. This carbon carrying positive charge, this carrying negative charge. So nucleophile negative charge is going to attack this carbon through opposite end, जो मैंने यहाँ शो कर दिया. इस कार्बन के साथ बाकी बचे हुए तीन ग्रुप कौन से थे? Let's draw those three group in intermediate, and that is CH3, CH3 and CH3. Now compare these three intermediate forms. One because of primary alkyl halide, second because of secondary alkyl halide, and third because of tertiary alkyl halide. जिस केस में ये इंटरमीडिएट फॉर्म ज्यादा स्टेबल होगा उसी में बनेगा और उसी में इसका आगे प्रोडक्ट प्रोड्यूस होगा. सो आई नीड टू सी सिंपली वन थिंग, कहाँ पर ये इंटरमीडिएट ज्यादा स्टेबल है? जहां ज्यादा स्टेबल है वहीं बनेगा और वहीं इस मैकेनिज्म की पॉसिबिलिटी होगी. तो उसके लिए जस्ट सी द स्टेरिक हिंड्रेंस पेंटावेलेंट कार्बन इज गोइंग टू फेस. इन फर्स्ट केस crowding is least where CH3HH, one bulky group and two smaller group will create less steric hindrance. In case of secondary alkyl halide, two bulky groups are present, this and this. ये दो बड़े बड़े ग्रुप्स और यहाँ एक ही बड़ा ग्रुप था. These two bulky groups are going to create huge steric hindrance, and in this case all three groups are bulky, no hydrogen. This bulkiness of the group is making this particular intermediate form highly unstable or impossible. So this intermediate is so unstable that it cannot be formed even for 100th fraction of a second. So this reaction is really not going to happen via this route, because tertiary alkyl halide under the attack of nucleophile cannot form this state. Possibility is zero. So tertiary alkyl halide SN2 मैकेनिज्म को प्रमोट ही नहीं कर सकता, यूज ही नहीं कर सकता उस रूट को, क्योंकि इतनी हाईली अनस्टेबल स्टेट बन जाएगी. Whereas secondary, yes, steric hindrance is too much, and in case of primary, steric hindrance is लीस्ट। तो स्टेरिक हिंड्रेंस लीस्ट होने की वजह से ये इंटरमीडिएट इज पॉसिबल ओनली एंड ओनली इन केस ऑफ प्राइमरी। सो प्राइमरी अल्काइल हैलाइड के केस में ही ये मैकेनिज्म जो हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, दैट इज SN2 मैकेनिज्म, shows possibility only in primary and no possibility in case of tertiary. So to consolidate the complete screen, I'll write over here primary having most possibility for SN2, then secondary, and then tertiary. Let's sum up both the mechanisms. SN1 and SN2. SN1 था टू स्टेप प्रोसेस. सो टू स्टेप प्रोसेस मीन्स कार्बोकेटाइन इंटरमीडिएट. सो उसमें टर्शरी एल्काइल हैलाइड favored the route most, then secondary, then primary. Why? Because carbocation formed is most stable in tertiary. So tertiary alkyl halide will show huge ease to react via this mechanism. Whereas SN2 reaction, where we have seen overcrowded pentavalent intermediate state, which is no way stable in tertiary, to some extent little stable in secondary, and to most in primary. So SN2 में primary alkyl halide का favoring रहेगी और SN1 में tertiary की favoring रहेगी. So to sum up with the complete information which we have discussed is, in case of SN1 ease is this, in case of SN2 ease is this. So if now we are put forward by the question of two alkyl halides, for example, I'm giving you two alkyl halide. One is this CH2Cl and other is this. और आपसे ये पूछा जाए in which of these two halides, alkyl halides, in which of these SN1 is favored. Now this alkyl halide is primary alkyl halide. Why? Halogen is attached to such a carbon which is further attached to only one carbon. Whereas in this case, halogen is attached to such a carbon which is further linked with two carbons. So it is secondary. So I'm being asked where SN1 is favored. SN1 is favored most in tertiary because carbocation formed here is most stable. So I'll plainly provide you with the answer, and that is secondary alkyl halide is most favored by SN1 out of these two. Since comparison is between primary and secondary, so we'll answer secondary, go via SN1 with much more ease as compared to primary. So इसी तरह से हमारे पास अब जिस तरह से questions आते हैं, one, I'm giving you a case of tertiary alkyl halide having these 3R group over here, and a case of primary alkyl halide. Out of these two, where SN1 is favored, SN1 is again two-step process having carbocation where tertiary is showing most ease. So this will go via SN1 mechanism. This will go same nucleophilic substitution reaction via SN2 mechanism. तो हमेशा primary secondary का हमें ध्यान रखना है. But yes, when we see two cases having similar type of carbons, for example, this is chlorobutane. If we see bond line notation, so this is chlorobutane and this is iodobutane. This is iodine. So here carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3 and carbon number 4. So it is chlorobutane and it is iodobutane where we see SN1 reactions ease most. Now SN1 reactions ease, if I see up till now what we have discussed, tertiary favored, then secondary and then primary, I see both of them as primary alkyl halides. What to do? Both are primary, so both have similar ease of SN1 and SN2 as per discussed now. तो इनमें क्या डिफरेंस है? इनमें डिफरेंस है क्लोरीन और आयोडीन लीविंग ग्रुप का. यहाँ क्लोरीन निकल के भागेगा और एक न्यूक्लियोफाइल सब्स्टिट्यूट होगा. यहाँ पर आयोडीन निकल के भागेगा और उसकी जगह एक न्यूक्लियोफाइल सब्स्टिट्यूट होगा. इफ वी सी दैट, तो कौन सा बॉन्ड वीक होगा, कार्बन और क्लोरीन का या कार्बन और आयोडीन का? ऑफ कोर्स कार्बन और आयोडीन का बॉन्ड वीक होगा क्योंकि साइज कंपैटिबिलिटी बिल्कुल नहीं है. आयोडीन बहुत बड़ा, कार्बन बहुत छोटा, जस्ट लाइक अ टेबल टेनिस की बॉल एंड अ फुटबॉल. So जितना difference इन दोनों balls में उतना difference इनके sizes में, hence bond is very weak, whereas here no, bond is quite strong as compared to this because size compatibility is there. So यहाँ पर दोनों primary हैं, तो SN1 या SN2 की ease मुझसे पूछी जाए तो I cannot answer with the point that one is primary and other is also primary. So we have to see another aspect, and that is bond formation or bond cleavage. आयोडीन का बॉन्ड जल्दी टूट जाएगा, सो इट इज गुड लिविंग ग्रुप. तो जो भी रूट मुझसे पूछा गया यहाँ, सपोज यहाँ मुझसे SN2 की ईज पूछी गई है, तो SN2 की ईज आयोडो में ज्यादा होगी एज कंपेयर टू क्लोरो, क्योंकि इसका बॉन्ड जल्दी ब्रेक हो जाएगा. लेट्स सी वन मोर टाइप ऑफ कंपैरिजन. This is benzyl chloride and this is a simple alkyl halide. These two cases we need to compare, and if the question asks me where the possibility of SN1 mechanism is most, if I need to answer here where SN1 goes with much ease. So whenever SN1 came to the question or if it came to our mind, one thing should scan first. One should first of all see कार्बोकेटायन फॉर्मेशन. जहां भी कार्बोकेटायन जल्दी बनेगा, ज्यादा स्टेबल बनेगा, रेदर आई शुड यूज द राइट टर्म, जहां भी कार्बोकेटायन इज मोर स्टेबल, वहां पर मुझको पॉसिबिलिटी उस रिएक्शन की ज्यादा मिलेगी. In this case, what carbocation will be formed? If this bond is going under cleavage, carbocation is this. And in this case, if bond is undergoing this cleavage via SN1 mechanism, carbocation formed is this. Just compare now these two carbocation which are being formed. In first case, the carbocation formed is benzyl carbocation. And this benzyl carbocation is one of the special case of stability. Why so? Because the positive charge on carbon is in conjugation with these three double bonds. It will show many resonating forms and which results in huge stability. So stability यहाँ पर बहुत ज़्यादा हुई, जबकि अगर हम इस केस को कंसिडर करते हैं तो इस केस में कौन सा कार्बोकेटायन बनेगा? A carbocation which is simply a primary carbocation where this carbon is attached with another carbon and nothing like resonance is happening here. यहाँ resonance ने इस कार्बोकेटायन को इतना स्टेबल कर दिया, जबकि ये कार्बोकेटायन भी प्राइमरी था, ये कार्बोकेटायन भी प्राइमरी है, but here carbocation is showing no resonance, there carbocation is showing resonance which is giving it stability. So resonance की अगर मैं बात करती हूँ, this is making this carbocation stable, this is making, there is no resonance, so this carbocation is least stable. So carbocation stability straight away gives me ease of SN1 reaction. So I'll say benzyl chloride shows SN1's strong ease as compared to this compound.